So by now, you've probably heard of the term narcissistic hoovering. This is something that usually happens after an episode of marked abuse, or when you are threatening to leave, or have recently left an abusive relationship. Possibly not even recently, possibly even 40 years ago. The narcissist's greatest fear is losing control over you. So, a Hoover is something that a narcissist, something that's in the narcissist toolbox that they will unleash when they feel like they are losing control over their primary or secondary source of supply, or any source of supply for that matter. A narcissist must have control over you in order to make themselves feel better about who they are. The way that they do this is to hoover you back into the relationship. This is the ultimate way that they do this. So they're loving and attentive. They are enveloping you in this positive emotion, and they love you with all of their strength and all of their might. You get their nice side back again. And this is the person that we have all been waiting to get back to, the person that we fell in love with, our mirror image. And you believe this time that just maybe they will change, just maybe that this is it, that this is the time that they are finally going to do the 180 for the better. And this is what makes us go back to them so many times. And this is also what makes us stay for way too long. What we want to believe as we have this fantasy in our heads of who they can become with us and empaths help the narcissist, that is. So don't listen to the narcissist whenever they try to hoover you, because it is just another really highly nicely packaged manipulation tactic, and they will say whatever it is that they need to say to get you back into this relationship. They will be loving, kind, and meek and humble and helpful, and they'll be loving to you and nice as long as you will, as long as it takes for them to regain control over you again. And they know with 100% certainty that you are secure in feeling like they truly love you and that they want to be with you on the same level that you do. So this brings us to how a covert narcissist would go about hoovering you. Also, how hoovering can also happen after you leave, long after you leave an abusive relationship. And you could go try to go cold turkey on them and have no contact with them. And even when you have cut them off completely, changed your phone number, moved out of state, done whatever it takes to stay away from them, done all of the work on yourself, it's like they have this sixth sense for their victims. When they really truly have moved on, they will latch onto that. It is like an energetic pull, and they will somehow find you and send you a random message. However, that whatever that mechanism of communication is, they're going to find it if it is left open. So this is where we will hear the narcissist say, "Why are you doing this to me when I love you and I have promised to change and I need you now more than ever?" This is when they guilt trip you and you want to feel sorry for them so badly, and you feel bad about leaving them even. And it might even be that you have been discarded from this person, dumped in a cruel and callous, the most sick and ridiculous way that anybody could ever think of, that is humanly possible, and they trampled all over your heart and soul. Narcissists do this when they no longer feel that they are getting what they need from you. They're no longer getting the type of supply that it is that they need. So they moved on to the next source of narcissistic supply, somebody who will let them manipulate them and call them names and would never question them. And even in the face of all of the evidence of infidelity, would still never question them because they have been abused and taught not to. So quite often they will they will never do a final discard. There is no such thing as a narcissist final discard. In some cases, they are going to parade around the source of new supply on social media, and the thoughts that are running through your head are going to be of, did they love me, and was it really my fault, am I the narcissist? And because they seem so happy with that new source of supply, who could not think that? And a lot of these posts are honestly directed more towards you than you would ever know. They are gaining fuel by understanding in one way or another that you are looking at their social media. We all know this one, the out of the blue, random, hey, how are you? I miss you text. And that vacuum cleaner is definitely coming out because they're hoovering you when you get that message. They want to keep dangling themselves just enough to keep you dangling as that plan B. And that is in case the new relationship with the new source of supply doesn't work out, or it just gives them a sense of power and control to know that they still have power over you. And that is not a good thing. You should have never gotten that message to begin with. Don't fall for the dang vacuum cleaner and their hoovering techniques. Don't let them reel you back in, no matter what they're saying or what they're doing. Remember the callous and cold person that you met at the end of your relationship when that devaluation the stage started. No matter what they are saying, I know they can be the most loving, kind, beautiful, and considerate people when they really, really want to be. And there is something that they really, really want, which is control over you.